But when I felt trapped, that's when doors would open. They said God makes a way, that's how I know I'm chosen. You can throw stones and try to judge me, but God loves me, God loves me. You can chastise and try to treat me ugly, but God loves me, God loves me. You can't be insolent and act like you're above me, but God loves me.
The next topic we're going to discuss on Boxing Bros is did Matchroom / dazn, and we'll add Sky Sports in there, in the fight early to save AJ. And G's going to set this up for us. Wait, before you press play, as you can see, as you can see,
I counted 6, but it might be 7 seconds, so.
All right, so you just saw in the 12th round when AJ was against the ropes and clearly in trouble, the clock was at 12, and it looks like there should have been about 6 seconds left at the time when the bell was rung and the fight was stopped. So I'm going to turn it over to a man who looks like he's in pure disbelief. TBE. Did Matchroom, dazn, and Sky Sports stop the fight early to save AJ?
Hey, man. It looks like it. Hey, man. We got to save face here. My man was against the rope getting the crap beat out of him, and at that point, hey, somebody hit the panic. But somebody was an AJ. Whoever hit the bell was an AJ fan, and they couldn't see him go out like that. But it is what it is. We can't turn back the hands of time. It happened. It's on.
We can't turn back the hands of time.
It's crazy. When Wilder said he had him, the referee gave Fury a couple more seconds to get up. Maybe he didn't count to 10. He was like, "Hey, not. Oh, he's up. Let's go." But the clock stopped a little too early. The bell rang a little too early for me on that one.
Jack Reese.
All right, so Ned, are you upset about the bell ringing early to stop the 12th round?
I'm not upset.
Oh no,
I am not upset. I'm not upset. Look at God, yo.
All right, I would turn it over to Trill Dollar Bill. You just saw the clock. Do you think that they stopped the round early to save AJ?
No, I've been watching this sport long enough, you know what I'm saying, to know that sometimes, the clock on the TV, the technical clock on the TV and the clock in the arena sometimes be off. Sometimes it be mishaps with communications with the networks and the teleprom and all that. So I'm sure there's probably that. It happens plenty of times in boxing. The fight was so exciting that rounds went by so fast. I was thinking like, whoa, this round can't be over that fast. But it was different, you know what I'm saying? When you're in the fight and it's an exciting fight and it goes by fast when it's a great fight. No, I think maybe it was just a technical error because I was dealing with some technical difficulties on my end as far as viewing the fight. The fight kept buffering a couple of times. I'm saying maybe it could have been that. I've been watching plenty of fights before where, they will ding it before even the bell on the TV rung, and then you're like, oh, it's a mistake there. Then you got timings where the TV be off, and they going with the time that's there. So maybe it was a technical issue. I'm not gonna go dive right into it's a conspiracy to save AJ and millions. There's still a rematch clause in the contract, so I don't think it was anything for AJ to get a leg up or anything. But maybe it was just a technical error. That's what I was going to say.
All right, conspiracy. No clue, G.
It's funny. I'm really grateful Trill went before me because I was about to jump out the window.
No, Trill jump out the window. Trill could be wrong. Go ahead, jump out the window.
When I think about it, Trill, you make a good point because at the beginning of that round, remember the ref stopped it to make them touch hands. So maybe what happened was dazn didn't start the clock, like the actual production didn't start the clock until they touched hands. But at the actual arena, whoever was doing the time probably already started the clock. didn't even care about the touching hands part. So you could be right. So, and you know me, I'm just trying to be as objective as I can be.
So what is wrong now? Go ahead, jump out the window.
I'm gonna at least look at the window.
You're taking the screen out.
You know what I mean? I had a little bit. Yo, man, I'm being honest, man. Yeah, your boy was gonna get violated. Thank goodness. Thank goodness. Usyk had a heart. Like I'm telling you, if you notice right before, like Usyk just stopped hitting him. Like Usyk just stopped. Like I think Usyk understood. Like, bro, do I really want to murder you right now in front of all your UK brethren? Like, I don't think I want to do that to you, son. So AJ's just like, oh my God, like, are you gonna kill me now? And Usyk just stopped, and then that ring, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, yo, and then I'm watching AJ like barely make it to his corner, slumped over, like, yo, I can't breathe. Then they get the stool. He sits down on the stool. Yo, my man's doing all of this, like he concussed, like he's defeated. He can't open his eyes. Like the doctor was trying to open his eyes, like he's doing all of this. I'm like, yo, what's going on with AJ? Like, damn, then. They about the call, you know, the fight, whatever. They about to announce the scorecards and everything. AJ's like finally getting to himself, and then they're like, "Yo, somebody told that dude, yo, get up." You know what I mean? He gets up, whatever, and I'm just like, "Oh man, yo, AJ, what happened?" So I'm like, "Thank goodness for the whoever was doing the bell. Thank goodness for that person, man. And God bless you, Usyk, for saving my man's life because Usyk could have really did damage to AJ, but." He must have a heart, man. That dude immediately after he got on his knees and started praying. So God bless. I'm gonna say that, man. God bless the Usyk.
Yeah. What do I think is most logical? What Trill said. I think when we watch the fights at home, or like if you watch an NFL game, to go along with what Trill said, they put this yellow line, like, to simulate the yardage that needs to be gained for a first down. But that line isn't necessarily accurate. It's just to give you the visual of the, distance that is needed to get a first down. But what's actual is on the field. That's why sometimes when you see that line, they're like, oh, well, we're not sure if he got the first down. And then when they get the change and they actually measure on the field, you see that it was a first down. So you got to remember that the time we see isn't the actual time. The timekeeper is there keeping the actual time. And so, of course, the person who's keeping the right time is the timekeeper and not the DAZN clock. So, as Trill pointed out, we're seeing 6 seconds left. If there was an error, the timekeeper has the right time, not the DAZN clock. So people who want to push the agenda that, that the clock saved AJ, then nah. Does it look sketchy? It looks sketchy, I will admit that, especially with the way the fight ended. If there was that mistake and Usyk got AJ against the ropes and he's peppering him up, he's peppering him up like he's Ukrainian soup, right? Yeah, it does look skeptical that the clock rings and you see that seconds, 5 or 6 seconds on your clock. The other thing, too, is the zone didn't even let it run out. As soon as the bell rung, the clock just disappeared. So that's another thing. And it would have been nice for them to explain that issue. But I think the important thing to keep in mind is what Trill said. The timekeeper keeps the official time. That's it. That's not up for debate. Just like when people were talking about, like Ned brought up, when Fury hit the deck in the first fight with Jack Reese, and everyone's... So from the moment Fury hits the ground, there's a guy outside keeping the count. Reese looks, gets in with the count, and then Reese keeps the official count. So all your counts don't matter. All you people who doing your own little fictional counts, it don't matter. The official count between Reese and that's the only count that matters. So keep that in mind. Does it look sketchy to some people? Yes. But to those who know, you understand that there's possibly a logical explanation for it.
Let us know how you feel in the comment section. Please like and subscribe and check us out on Instagram and Twitter. And please check out our podcast on all major streaming services. This is some hot topics. It's the Boxing Bros.
I messed up on that one. I should have called G first so he could have jumped out the window.
Squeeze, it sounds like, damn.
Bro, don't save G, man.
Went to me too soon.
When things seem bleak, walk with me. To navigate these streets, walk with me.